In his prison cell, high on drugs. Filmed by his cellmate on an illegal phone, the footage posted on YouTube. It's happening in jails across the country, even new technology unable to stop this lucrative trade.
Right, I landed in prison, took all my clothes off me. They said, right, listen, boom, there's a care kit, yeah, it's like a pair of socks, pair of boxers, one towel. I had that for 4 weeks. I had to wash the same socks, the same boxers, yet I could get a man bar like that.
So it was easier to get drugs in prison than it was to get things like socks?
Yeah, it's easier to get drugs than it is to get basics.
Liam Nichols spent 20 years in and out of prison, first locked up for a firearms offence at the age of just 15. He told me just how common drugs are inside and the effect it's having.
So you saw people going in clean and then coming out with a habit?
They called it the mambulance, yeah? And it was like a wheelchair, and they used to put it back and then one off the landing. And they used to get carted off. Sometimes we go out on exercise, we come off and be like 4 or 5 ambulances outside because all these kids are ODing.
New research suggests that the number of prisoners developing a drug problem in custody has more than doubled in the last 5 years to almost 15%. The results are often posted on social media. This clip shows the effect of the so-called zombie drug spice. Inmates are using increasingly innovative ways to smuggle drugs in. In one incident, the innards of a dead rat were replaced with drugs. In other cases, drugs have even been sprayed onto letters, which are then rolled up and smoked. Here at Nottingham Prison, drugs were smuggled in using a Harry Potter book. 3 years after the government promised radical prison reform, much of the estate still isn't equipped to disrupt the supply of drugs, and standards vary from prison to prison. Last year, this prison was described as drug-ridden and dangerous. A damning inspection report gave HMP Nottingham a serious warning. Shortly afterwards, the Ministry of Justice provided the prison with a body scanner to help with the problem. But HMP Bedford, which received the same warning after an equally critical report, was not provided with a body scanner. The government has pledged more funding for prisons, but according to the think tank Reform, it has to be targeted effectively.
If they're going to invest in prison security, they also need to help prisoners who are addicted to drugs to beat their addictions. If they're going to invest in new prison places for the estate, that's very welcome to reduce overcrowding, but they also need to address the very urgent maintenance problems in the prisons that are already there.
Liam Nichols agrees. He told me we need wider reform of the justice system to help the young men he saw becoming addicted inside.
It's like they're putting you in jail without a habit. You get in habit and then they're chucking you out on road in a hostel surrounded by drug addicts. What is your outcome going to be?
Stemming the flow of drugs then, just one complex part of urgently needed reform. Darshna Soni, Channel 4 News, Nottingham.